behalf of this class 2012. This group of students was my first class ever, and veteran teachers will tell you that you will always remember your first class, whether it is good or bad. When I got the 9th grade Earth Science position back in 2008, or December of 2008, the students had already been through 2 teachers in 1 semester. I'm sure they weren't looking forward to having me come in and start over, but I couldn't have been more excited. I still think the only reason I got the job may have been because Mark Allen is the first and middle name of our principal. Thanks, Dr. Lins. One of the moments I will always remember was on my first day of class. I introduced myself to the students, and one of them said in a sad voice, "Are you just going to be another substitute?" And I said, "I sure hope not." It was a sign that these kids needed stability, and I was hoping to bring that to them. A few weeks later, I was asked to be a co-sponsor of their class with a good-looking, Harley-riding French guy that I couldn't understand, and ever since then, the bond we have had with this class has been unbreakable. He has been an amazing co-sponsor, and I will miss doing all the class responsibilities with him. Love you, Saab.
Woo!
Man, you guys are really lucky to have had us. In the past few weeks, I have been reflecting on my years as a kid and thinking about when I was sitting in your seats, which is actually 10 years ago this month, and wondering what I was thinking about back then. I think it went something like this. What do I want to do with my life? When can I start packing to move out of my parents' house? And finally, I can't wait to meet more girls. Being an only child, and of course a mama's boy, I knew it was time to move on and mature a little bit. We all know that maturity thing didn't work out very well.
Ain't that the truth?
I think graduation is a good time to reflect about whom or what has inspired you throughout your life so far. Who are your guides? Who could you talk to and get advice from when times are tough? Sometimes the answers to these questions are obvious, and sometimes not so much. This is something I have done, and I'd like to take you through a short journey from my childhood to now, and the people who inspired me along the way. When I was a little kid, with not a care in the world, my inspirations came in the form of my family members. The same is likely true for you. I'm the oldest grandchild in a large Italian family, so my grandparents and parents were the ones who inspired me the most. From day one, I was taught the importance of having good manners, opening doors, pleases and thank yous, and being respectful at all times. My family also taught me the important lesson of leading by example. My father always said to me, "Be a leader, not a follower." And I stick by that advice today. I didn't realize it at the time, but the way my family inspired my life was by laying these foundations of character. When my grandmother passed away unexpectedly in January, it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with. But I think back to how she helped guide me to where I am today and the lessons she taught me. I thank her for that. She will always be an inspiration in my life. You probably have someone like this in your life. You may not realize it yet, but they are still guiding and inspiring you today. Things changed a little bit for me, just like they probably did for you, when I entered that middle school and then high school phase. I found new people to inspire me, outside of my family. I still remember Mr. Burke, my 9th grade math teacher. He started every class with a joke and used humor in order to keep us interested in learning. Because of his unique outlook on teaching, I learned more from him than any other teacher. He inspired me to do my best in school, but never to take things too seriously. Another person that was an inspiration to me during that time was the late great comedian and actor, Chris Farley. Some of you may not remember him as well as we do, but he is hysterical. From him, along with Mr. Burke, I learned that laughter and finding the humor in the everyday things is the key to enjoying life. As you've gotten older, you probably realize that people outside your family can offer a different kind of inspiration for you. Teachers, whether you believe it or not, are a big part of your life, and hopefully at least one of these people have inspired you. The next step in life, which you're all about to take, I like to call the pre-serious adulthood stage. During this time, friends are a key part of your life. The friends you will make in the next 5 years of your life are essential to shaping you because you're finally getting to know who you really are. I have a great friend from college who I look up to a lot, and I asked to edit a major paper for me once. He got 1 page into my 10-page paper, handed it back to me and said, "Fix everything, dummy." It took a lot of work and a lot of help from him, but I fixed everything and got a B+. Not great, but better than I would have got without his help. Another important person in my life has been my best friend, Pat. He's taught me what it means to be a true friend. He's always been the guy I've called for everything, no matter how big or small the issue was. What job to take? Who are our teams getting in the NFL draft? How to fix my girl troubles, which he never helped with, or whether or not I should move across the country. These issues take precedence over whatever else is going on in our lives at the time. Even though he still lives in New York, we keep in touch on a regular basis and will forever remain close. From these friends, I've learned the value of loyalty, trust, and hard work. The friends who stand by you no matter what and push you to work harder are the ones to hang on to. You will meet new people in the next stage of your journey who inspire you in ways you never thought possible. Make sure you choose them wisely. The final stage of life I'd like to talk about today is the real world, or adulthood. Flash forward 10 years from now, where I'm standing today, things really come full circle. When you get to this stage of the journey, as an adult, you realize how each stage of life and each set of inspirations has truly helped form who you are. The lessons from my grandparents, parents, Mr. Burke, and my best friends are always with me now as an adult. I use the lessons I've learned from all of these people, foundations of character, humor, loyalty, and hard work, to try to inspire people through my teaching, my coaching, and even through speaking to you today. Because once you've been inspired by someone, it becomes your job to be an inspiration to others. Be that influence for the better. I feel one of my favorite quotes is perfect for this class. It comes from the movie Along Came Polly. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's not about what happened in the past or what might happen in the future. It's about the ride. There's no point in going through all of this if you're not going to enjoy the ride. And you know what? When you least expect it, something great will come along. Something better than you even planned. What I'm trying to say is smile and enjoy what you're doing, where you are, who you are with, and why you are there, because it is all important. Remember your friends. Remember your teachers. Most importantly, remember those people behind you. All of these people have inspired and influenced you, whether you're aware of it or not. Thank them for all they have done for you, because they deserve it. But while it's important to remember the inspirations that you've had in your life, don't forget about the inspirations in the world still out there. This speech was difficult to write because it signifies the actual graduation of this class, and this class is absolutely amazing. Their attitudes, energy, spirit, and just general care for each other is unmatched. Class of 2012, I want to thank you for inspiring me to be a better teacher, person, and coach. You are truly an outstanding group of people, and I wish you nothing but the best. Oh, and one more thing, because you say I look like him, to infinity and beyond. Thank you.